The new Alfa Romeo Giulia is a great car. It looks smart, drives nicely, and is easy to live with. But is that going to be enough?
Now this car is going to have to try and woo people away from premium German saloons, but is he going to be able to do that? To find out, I've brought along an Audi A4 saloon, which I consider to be the best car currently in this class. It's not going to be easy.
To help you decide which of these two cars is best, I'm going to compare their design.
Just let the car do the talking.
Inspect their cabins.
And it's just head and shoulders over anything else.
Test how practical they are.
I managed to fit 4 tyres in there.
And see how they feel to drive.
So it's like a racing car almost.
But first, let's talk numbers. The Audi A4 range starts from £28,000, whereas the Alfa Giulia starts from £29,550. But you get an automatic gearbox as standard, and when matched for engines and equipment, the Giulia works out as better value than the A4. But what matters is the price you actually pay at a dealer. And if you click on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you can go to carwow.co.uk to save an average of £4,538 on the Audi or £3,457 on the Alfa. So that's the head bit dealt with. Let's talk about the heart. And the Giulia's beautiful design can leave even Alfa critics speechless.
I don't really have much to say. Just let the car do the talking.
The Giulia may just be a normal saloon car, but it's one which makes you look back at it for a second admiring glance. That's something you're less likely to do with the Audi.
The A4 looks neat and tidy and sharp, if a little bit dull. So just like the A4 before it and the A4 before that.
There is a big difference in how the Audi looks compared to its predecessors inside, though. It really has moved the game on.
The interior quality of this car is second to none. I mean, it's just head and shoulders over anything else in this class. And then there's the upgraded screen, which is super high definition and really fast in terms of its processing speed. And of course, Audi's beautiful virtual cockpit. I mean, look at that. Full glorious mapping right in front of your eyes.
The Giulia just can't match the Audi for available tech. Yes, the upgraded Super model gets a part digital driver's display, but it's no virtual cockpit. And while the main infotainment system is easier to use, it's not as responsive as the upgraded one in the Audi, and the display is a little bit dark and blurry. Still, it's cool the way Alfa has integrated the screen into the dash.
The interior design of this car is really sporty, especially this steering wheel. All models get it, and it has a stop-start button on it as well, just like in a Ferrari. Speaking of Ferraris, you can get the car with aluminium gear shifters. It's exquisite, that.
What's not so exquisite is the material quality. It's good, but the Audi just feels posher. And that brings us onto the back seats.
When you get into the back of this car, you notice that the rear wheel arch really intrudes into the door opening, and you have to work your body around it. It's not the most dignified experience. But the space back here is pretty good, so there's loads of knee room. Headroom, it's okay. Taller people may find it a bit tight though.
It's not ideal with 3 in the back either, as people will compete for shoulder and foot space, while that intrusive wheel arch makes fitting a child seat a little bit more tricky than in the Audi, where it's a complete breeze.
This A4 is a really practical car. It's got lots of knee room, headroom's good as well. It's very, very hard to fault actually. I think the only thing I could complain about is this. The rear windows, they don't go all the way down. That's it.
I can't even criticise the car for not being brilliant for carrying 3 in the back at once, because it's still better than its main rivals, including the Alfa. The Audi also leads the field when it comes to practicality.
The A4's boot is not really any bigger than that of its rivals, but it makes better use of the available space. It's just a useful square shape. As you can see, I managed to fit 4 tyres in there. They're for my MX-5, so I can do a bit of drifting.
You can actually carry a lot more useful stuff in the A4 than just tyres, while storage spaces throughout the rest of the cabin are also impressive. The Giulia, on the other hand, isn't quite so practical, but it's still okay. The door bins may be smallish, but the rest of the cubby spaces are easily adequate. And it's the same story with the boot.
The Alfa not only has a beautiful rear end, it's also quite practical as well. In fact, the load capacity is pretty much par for the course for this class of car. Yeah, not bad.
You can fit enough stuff in the Alfa, it's just the shape means you can't squeeze quite as much in as you can in the Audi, but the difference isn't really enough to sway your buying decision. After all, with Alfas, the driving experience is what matters, and the Giulia is genuinely good fun.
Do you know what? It's absolutely fabulous. that Alfa is making a rear-wheel drive saloon because it just makes the car feel nice and sporty. So does the low-slung driving position, this glorious sporty steering wheel. And then there's a steering which is just like super fast. It's like a racing car almost. And all that encourages you to try and have a bit of fun in this car. There is a slight trade-off. This is not quite such a comfy car to travel in or as relaxing as the Audi A4. It's good though. And there's the engine, the 2.2 litre diesel. It's got plenty of punch. It's just a little bit rough when you rev it out. Can't fault the gearbox though. This automatic gearbox is nice and slick, and I like the fact it comes as standard on all models.
This particular car is supposed to do 67 miles per gallon, though I only got 41 miles per gallon out of it. Still, what Alfa have built with the Giulia is a car which has all the personality you'd expect from an Alfa, but with far fewer flaws than ever before. But what would you expect from a German car?
Now, a lot of people will accuse the Audi A4 of just being a little bit too sensible, a little bit dull. And granted, it's not the most exciting car to drive. This one is front-wheel drive, for instance, whereas most of its rivals are rear-wheel drive, and that does make a car feel more sporty. Fact is, though, this car will go around corners as well as you're ever going to need this kind of car to. For instance, this is a twisty road, and it just grips and goes round, and it gets exactly where you point it. The steering may feel a little bit slow-ish, but it's accurate, and it just holds onto the road. And if you want more grip, of course, you can get one with quattro all-wheel drive. But you've got to think about how you actually drive this kind of car. Most people are on a road like this. They are going up and down the motorway or through town, and here, the Audi beats its rivals because it's just so comfortable. The suspension does a great job of ironing out bumps in the road, and it always remains composed. It doesn't fidget about at all. It's a very quiet car to travel in as well, and the engine range is brilliant. 2 litre diesel in this is punchy, it's smooth, and this one is doing 55 miles per gallon. Now you can't complain about that. Then there's the whole sensation of being in this car. Everything just feels so well made, it's dead easy to use, it's just relaxing. Yes, it's not the most exciting car in the world, but sometimes you don't want things to be exciting. You just want them to be easy and relaxing. And that's exactly what the A4 is.
So then, where does all that leave us?
Well, Alfa built a blinding car with this Giulia. I mean, it's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, yet it does lots of things very well. The only problem is that the Audi does more things even better. And for most people, most of the time, this is going to be the car to have. And that's why the Audi A4 is still the best car in this class.
Please like, share and comment on this video, and click on our logo to subscribe for more videos. Also, click on the video windows to watch the detailed reviews of each of the cars in this test.